Welcome, everyone. My name's Jose Chavez from Ready to Rank, and I'm an SEO specialist focusing on businesses looking to rank on a national level. And with me today, I've got Alison from Pinpoint Local, and she is an expert when it comes to local SEO and helping businesses rank in a local area. Alison, welcome. We've had a little bit of a break, so please introduce yourself, tell business owners who
Yeah.
you are and what you do.
Okay, sure. Yeah. I'm the owner of Pinpoint Local. So we specialize in local SEO, as they said. And of course, if you're talking local, you're talking Google Business Profile. So anyone who's looking for local clients, local customers, or local leads, you really need to maximize your Google Business Profile. It's a no-brainer. So we always talk about tips and hints and things that you can do to maximize it and get it to work for you. So, and today we're talking about, which we haven't discussed, it's the most obvious one of them all, is Google Business Profile posts.
Yeah, I know. We've been doing this episode, all these series for probably nine or
Couple of months.
12. Yeah, is it 12 episodes now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I can't actually believe that we actually haven't spoken about post
Mm,
updates. We
yes,
mention it every now and then on because everything crosses over. So there's snippets of here of bits and pieces of post updates here and there, but we actually haven't dedicated a series towards that. So I'm really interested to find out, your insights, your background, the all the details that go behind deciding what to post. And I guess what, the best practices are. So, give us a bit of insight on, this feature that the profile has.
okay, so Google Business Profile posts, I mean, the short updates, information, events, offers about your business.
Yeah.
And if Google's giving you something to provide information on the profile, why not use it? Because Google's telling you to use it. It's also a great SEO tactic because you can put a link on the business profile post back to your website or an inner page of your website or wherever you want it to your YouTube channel, LinkedIn, whatever like that. And when we're talking about showing up on Google, authority, trustworthiness, and being an expert, using that link and linking out to your other digital assets is a great way for Google to crawl and find those other assets. Also, very often local businesses, your competitors are not using it. So why not get an edge over your competitors? And another reason is if people go in and click those links on your post or read it, it's a behavioral signal to Google, and that's a ranking factor. So I wouldn't say the posts within themselves necessarily a ranking factor, and it's hard to prove, but we do know user behavior does help to rank a website and the Google Business Profile. So having posts that stand out by your images, your titles, your links, emojis, all sorts of things like that helps behavioral signals as well as just sharing your information and the content
Yeah.
across Google. Why
Yeah.
not? Why not do it?
Exactly. And having when you look at a profile that has posts and you compare it to a profile that doesn't, it's just so visually pleasing to
Yeah.
see a complete profile and the images down the bottom. So it's just, it grabs the attention of a user. So
Yeah, totally. Because it increases your real estate on page
yeah.
one of
Oh
Google.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
honestly, to goodness, you pay a fortune for Google ads to get that real estate.
Yeah.
So why not put it on your profile? And when you got your your Google Post carousel, which is what front facing, you see two posts to begin with, and then there's a carousel which includes 10 posts in total that visually you can see straight up. So on mobile phone, it means that you're scrolling down a lot of real estate on Google.
Yeah.
On Google Maps, because the posts show up differently, you can click onto a pin and a post will show up and that image will show up on the pin.
Yeah.
And that really does make in Google Maps a business stand out big time when you're using a cursor or you're clicking around on Google Maps. So but the image carousel, so use eye-catching images to begin with.
Yeah.
And also that's a way to actually get posts rejected, and people don't know why they get rejected. And often it's because it's a blurry image.
Yeah.
So you want good images, and for local business businesses, I think it should be authentic images about your business. I don't think it should be stock images, and I don't think it should be AI images either,
Yeah.
because local's all about your local business.
Yeah. 100%. And you mentioned something about it's a link passing on to something else. So it's crawlability. So when it comes to Google wants to see that it's linking to something useful and it's linking to something else. So Google's crawling everything in the world in the web. So to have a
Yep,
profile that links to something else just signals to Google that there's more authority on the other end. So it's just another factor for Google to pick up your profile over someone else who doesn't have their post update
that's right.
links.
Because the Google Business Profile, not only is it a great lead generation to your website, because often you can get your profile to rank and they can click on that link to the website, but via the post, they can click onto links to all sorts of places where your business is. So all our clients will definitely have content on everything. So that, as we talked about before, search everywhere, optimization. So, and we use the posts for those links
Yeah,
and to link out. And we know that, that's how Google calls the internet is via links. So it's a fantastic way to provide links. I mean, people can spend a fortune getting links. And here's your Google business profile where, you can post a single week several times and it's basically providing links across
mm,
all your assets. So yeah, as I say, it's a no-brainer, use it. And be aware that as I said, those images in that post carousel, you see two posts front facing when you're doing it on desktop and mobile, not in maps, but on your actual front facing. Then there's a scroll carousel, so you see 10 posts in total, but then you see view all. Now, at this point in time, I've noticed that view all actually shows every post that has ever been on your Google business profile. Previously, it used to be just 6 months
mm,
and then they used to drop off.
yeah, right.
But we've got clients with posts, 2024, 2023. And even I used to always think, even though they'd drop off after 6 months, I knew that they'd still be in Google's database of Google Business Profile. So even though you may not be published, Google would have that information about your business. But the fact that they're still showing in 2024, 2023 on your Google Business Profile,
Mm,
that's a lot of information that's accumulated over
yeah,
time if you're doing it consistently and
yeah.
providing offers, updates, events, everything about your business.
Yeah, yeah. And it's important now with AI search coming into play and being a massive factor. The more content you have out there, the more content that
Totally.
the AI can look at. So now for business owners who are like, what the hell are you talking about? What is posts? Like, where
Yeah.
would you find it? Once you find it, how do you do it? What are the technical aspects around it?
Okay. So when you go into your Google Business Profile dashboard, and I'm assuming that everyone knows how to log in via their account, and then you go into the edit function. In the middle is update. Click into that, and there's three different posts that you're offered to do, which is updates, news, offers, and events. Previously, Google has shown those three different types of posts in different areas on Google Business Profile and Maps. It changes around all the time. At the moment, they seem to be all in one place. At one stage, events was just absolutely awesome. It was right up the top. It seems to have dropped down currently at this point in time. But I mean, the fact that Google is giving you three different ways to post, and we use them all. So updates is news. So always start your post with what I call an SEO type of title, which means that you should mention either your business name, a keyword, which is a service or product, and perhaps a location where you are in the title. So it's not like socials where you do some vague sort of happy Monday type of title. You always want to mention at least one keyword and one branding or something like that. And then front facing, the user only sees about two sentences. So you want to use the title in those two sentences as impact for someone to click. And then you get the CTA, the call to action after that. That's front facing. In the back, when you're actually posting, you've got up to 1,500 characters for a post, which is a lot. A lot of SEOs, I don't know, I've read that they say 300 characters is enough. I don't know where that came from, and I don't know where the proof is. It'd be so hard to test what is best amount of content to have for a post. But once again, I'm getting back to Google. If Google's allowing you 1,500 characters,
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Why not?
why not?
Why
Why
not?
not? Because as you say, Jose, I mean, with AI coming, it's all about content. The more
Yeah.
content, and now obviously I'm not talking about fluff. I'm
Yeah.
talking about real data and information about your business, your services, your products for Google Business Profile, your locations and where you provide your business. So use your 1,500 characters. Never put in a phone number in your post. You'll always get it rejected.
Interesting.
Google wants the phone number to be in the call to action, the CTA.
Yeah.
So normally you've got about 4 or 5 different CTA options, which is call now, book now, learn now, those type of things. So I've seen people do posts and not put in a call to action, which
Mm.
once again, from an SEO point of view, why not? At least put in a link.
Yeah. Oh, you're missing out on a good opportunity right there.
Absolutely. We always put in links. We rarely put in call now because most people use the call now button up the top of the Google business profile
Yeah.
to call. So we use the process links going out, which will be learn more, buy now, book, anything like that. So the 3 different posts. So it's updates, then the offers and events. Now, the offers, every business has got an offer, whether it's free consultation, free quotes, free whatever. You can always think of some service that is an offer. And there's an end date, start date and end date. Now, you can put the end date, here's a tip. You can put the end date to 364 days, just 1 day less than a year.
Mm.
And that offer post is live for a whole year.
Ooh, that's a good tip.
So that is a good tip.
That is a
That is
good
a good
tip.
tip to everyone. So
Yeah.
that means your free service, your free whatever it is. Every business has got more than one offer,
Yeah. That's a very good
and you can yeah. So these are some of the these are we've got a whole stack of these type of little
tip.
little things within Google Business Profile
Yeah.
that you don't really find out about.
Yeah.
But we do obviously. That makes a big difference. So your offers are there on your profile for 12 months.
Yeah.
And if it's an ongoing offer like that. Now, obviously, if you're an event, Google, I'm seeing that if you're putting an event on Facebook or somewhere like that, Google will pull that across onto your Google business profile now
Mm.
and will have events happening.
Yeah.
So, and if you've got an event post, it seems to also put that in a separate section
Yeah.
as well as the actual post section. So
Mm.
with the events, you've got the title, image, date, time, and then once again a link to either a booking page, appointment page, or whatever your event is. So be creative and use all those 3 different types of posts, which is updates, events, and offers. There's also a fourth post, which some people call post. I'm not quite sure whether it's a post because it's in a different area, is products.
Yeah.
And there's some within the Google Business Profile community that call them product posts. But they show in the middle of your Google Business Profile and they stay there and they are just awesome. And and it is, you can have it so keyword heavy.
Mm.
Your title is your information. You can put pricing, and Google loves pricing. I know not all business owners like to disclose prices, but I mean, obviously, if you're a cafe, restaurant, anything like that, put your prices up there, update it on your product posts, and link it back. Once again, there's another opportunity for a link. It's your product post into your menu, your events page, whatever it is. And once again, have great images.
Yeah.
And the other thing I would almost say, which is probably a tip, you can put emojis on posts.
Mm.
And they look really good on the title or the next line underneath so that when people are Googling and they see your Google business profile, you see a post and got a couple of emojis, it really does stand out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. anything you can
Yeah.
really do to make that profile stand out, take advantage of it.
Yeah, and it can increase traffic
Yeah.
to your website, to your LinkedIn page or whatever. And I could almost guarantee that your competitors probably are not doing it consistently. I mean, there's another discussion about how often should you post.
That's a good question.
Once again, typical in SEO, depends. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you're got a lot of competition, so I say if you know here in Melbourne in the eastern suburbs, there's so many plumbers, so many electricians,
Yeah.
and the trades and everything. If I was a tradie out in the eastern suburbs, I'll be posting all the time about your jobs
Yeah.
and putting images where you're wearing your fluoros with your logos and everything else like that. You can do videos on posts. We do
Yeah.
that quite often as
Yeah.
well, and link out to YouTube video
Yeah.
as well.
Mm.
But I would say minimum once a week.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Minimum. But if you want to use all the three different types of posts, that means you're doing them once a week, and that's 3 times a week,
Mm.
doing offer update and news.
So is it good to rotate each? So if you're doing 3 posts, would you just do a normal post 3 times a week, or would you mix it up doing an offer, a product, and a general post? What's the best practice there?
The product ones we tend to do, that can be a once off type thing where you maximize the product section of your Google business profile because they're actually not going to change. Say if you're electrician, you do light and installation, you're doing switchboard upgrades, you're doing new home fit outs. That is a product and that's not going to change. So set up your product posts and it's almost a once and forget unless you do more services and more products as you go.
Yeah.
Or you want to link them to actual locations. That's what we do. With your posts, it should be about your everyday business.
Yeah.
So if you're doing jobs every day, or if you're doing services or um, um, events or anything else like that, you should be putting that on Google
Mm.
all the time in an SEO way. So always mention locations.
Yeah.
Never let a post go without mentioning locations and your business name. And if you got a when I talk about locations, that means if you're service based, the locations that you go out to and service, and if you're got bricks and mortar, the actual address and location of your bricks and mortar. It's providing information
Mm.
continuously. So
Yeah. And that's yeah, the more info you can give it, the better.
yeah, and look, if you're doing blog posts, repurpose it onto Google Business
Yeah.
Profile and
Yeah.
link back to your blog post.
Yeah.
And chunk up your blog posts into Google Business Profile update posts.
Mm.
I mean, if you're doing, I mean, that's an easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's something you'd probably be aware of. I say is repurposing your content in
Oh
so many
yeah.
different ways.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big part in what I do. I've got, the writing background behind me, and when we write articles, we do repurpose. And we tailor them to the specific platform. So that's, a massive thing when it comes to repurposing content.
Yep, exactly. And there's a few policy guidelines have to mention. As I said, I would never put in a phone number.
Yeah.
Make sure your images are clear, not blurry. They tend to get rejected. They can get rejected from inappropriate, which is it's obviously AI flagged, but if there's too much skin or something like that, I've had images and posts rejected. And
Really?
yeah, we've had med spas and beauty salons where
Yeah.
the facials and the whole image is a face
Yeah.
or something like that, and the AI will flag that as a
Mm.
human body and there's too much skin.
Yeah.
So be mindful of that. So if you get a post rejected, you've got to analyze it from that point of view. I must admit, the AI must be so good now because you used to get lots of rejections. I don't know whether because I suppose that's what we do all the time. We rarely get it, but and we know why.
Mm.
But be aware that often it's the photo. Also be aware that the photo, the sizing of the photo on Google Business Profile posts are quite weird.
Yeah.
So it sort of renders it differently. So make sure that your main thing is in the center because it seems to crop out the sides a
Yeah.
bit. We have got sizing SOPs for the different parts of Google Business Profile for the images, like the products, the offers, the
Yeah.
update posts, and things like that. They're all slightly different. And there's you can't do posts if you mention some prohibited substances like tobacco or alcohol, if you've got images of that in
Yeah.
there,
Mm.
a bottle of alcohol in the image or things like that, that will get rejected as well.
Mm.
And the other thing would be sometimes if you're just repeating the same post over and over,
Yeah.
they'll get rejected
Yeah.
and not good for your profile as well,
Yeah. Yeah. Fair
from
enough.
a Google point of view.
Yeah. Yeah. You need some fresh stuff.
Yeah, fresh content.
Yeah. Fresh
Yes.
content.
Yeah, SEO is always about fresh content.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's good. So, business owners probably, have never heard of posting before. So, when it comes to posting, how easy is it to post? And I know for a fact that you can't schedule posts to make it easy.
Not within Google. No,
Not
you
within
can't.
Google.
Not
So,
within Google. But yeah, obviously there's plenty of scheduling
yeah,
platforms out there. So
yeah,
that's what we use. We've got a scheduling platform. You can share your post within Google, the Google Business Profile, out to Facebook, and I've forgotten where else because we don't use it. We've got our own dashboard. Um, but you can't schedule within Google
yeah.
itself. So, but I mean, there's plenty of platforms out there to schedule Google Business Profile posts and all the other social content. But do not just reschedule social content onto Google Business Profile. And I've seen many businesses do that, and it makes no sense. The content and the wording, which is conversational, and they're talking to their tribe on social and on Google. I know the algorithm is thinking, what is this business about?
Yeah.
They're talking about stars or moons or something or other, and they're, and they, because Google's all about signals and keywords and everything
Yeah.
else like that.
Yeah.
So you've got to reformat that content into an SEO, local SEO
Yeah.
for Google. So,
Yeah.
so there's plenty of dashboards out there. Obviously, contact Pinpoint Local because we use the Google Business Profile as a hub for posts and then use it to link out to everywhere else
Mm.
and then change it to socials. To us, it's we think it's more makes more sense actually in a way to start on the SEO,
Yeah.
the local SEO, and do the content from there, and then it's easy enough to just make it into social or LinkedIn or whatever like that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely important to make sure that you repurpose specifically for the platform that you're writing for because
Yep,
they all have different audiences, they all have different algorithms, so they,
yep,
attract different type of content. So it's very important that you tailor each content based on the platform that you're posting on. So, yeah.
exactly. Exactly. So, and if you're uploading your media to Google Business Profile, which we've spoken about before, the media files, which is a different part of Google Business Profile, you can repurpose those images or those videos that you've uploaded in media into your posts. So
Mm,
that can help. So yeah,
mm,
it's look, but it's from an SEO point of view, every local business should be utilizing Google Business Profile posts, events, and offers, and all your products as well. And if you do that, your Google Business Profile will increase like physically in size on Google to 3 times the
yeah.
size when it's just got your business name and your phone number, and that's all.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people out there are paying for that real estate,
Yes,
and this is, a free option.
yes,
So why would you not take up
yes,
the option?
yes,
It's
yes.
crazy. You see so many businesses out there, and their profiles are completely empty.
Yeah,
And it's not their fault because it comes down to education.
Yeah.
and really making sure that business owners have the right advice on
Mm.
how to promote themselves. And, we are working on something that will benefit business owners when it comes to that. So, stay tuned. We are putting together something for business owners to be able to leverage that. So, yeah, once again, it's just about educating business owners on how to promote their business, and
Yeah.
that's what we're all about, and which is why we're doing this.
Yeah, and it's an edge that local has over big business
Yeah,
is a profile.
yeah,
I mean, big business, this doesn't make a great deal of sense, but for local business, I mean, honestly, yeah, use it. It's just knowing about it. So hopefully with our podcast and providing all this information, and once again, once a business owner sets it up and gets going in as part of their routine,
yeah,
it's not that difficult, just
yeah.
knowing and being educated. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you are the type of business owner that this kind of stuff is just overwhelming, too overwhelming, or there's just, you're having to wear too many hats and just this one's just out of your reach, that's why Alison's here to provide that service for you. And Alison, we will be putting up a QR code or a link
Mm.
somewhere here where Alison actually does audits on your Google business profile to show you where you can optimize to the best of the abilities. So, Alison, do you want to just quickly touch on that before?
Yeah, yeah. So just wherever we put it, the link, the QR code, just three fields you need to fill out, and you'll get a video, hopefully within 48 hours. Try to get it out to you. And it's normally about 5, 6, 7 minutes long, and it's about analyzing your Google business profile, telling you where your missed opportunities are, what your competitors are doing, how you're ranking, and like there was one that I did the other day, and seriously, you could not find their profile
No.
at all. And that's when you actually search for the actual business name
Yes, that's the big one.
because there are three or four other businesses which very similar names and
Oh,
they've been
that's
around for a long
hard.
time. I
That's
know, I
that's
know.
the
I
tough
felt
one.
like saying, do you really like this name?
Yes, and that's the question that you do honestly
Yeah,
have
from an
to
SEO
ask.
point of view, I'm saying, do
Yeah,
you really want this? Because you're always going to have this problem with your website
yeah,
and
yep,
with your local SEO because these ones have been around for a long time.
yeah, yeah,
And I just had to point out that's what the video was. This is going to be a problem unless I said, look, whack in a keyword here.
yeah.
Don't
And
just leave it the brand.
and that's why it's so important when you're getting to the business for the first time is to
Oh,
do your research on your business name to see what's
yeah,
out there first, because you do not want to get to a point where everything's established and you get to this
yeah.
point and you're like, there's
And
10 other businesses with a similar
but
name. You're never going to
no,
rank,
you never. You never.
and
It's
ranking means business.
yeah. And if you're not going to rank online, gee, you have to work awfully hard with your
Oh, yeah.
networking and your
Yep.
clients. I mean, you need to, or
Yep.
you something like that. The ideal client was the other week where someone was starting a business and actually found us and because of local SEO and said, "What's the best name for this service in
Yes.
this location?" And everything. So we looked at ABNs, URLs,
Ah,
Google
perfect.
business profiles,
Perfect.
logos,
Yeah.
colors. And I just said, right, this would work. And he just did it all. And I
Yeah,
thought,
that is perfect. That is
yeah, 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 really switched on. And we got it claimed, verified in no time. So
yeah,
yeah, yeah, and we'll be able to rank it. No
yeah,
problems.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, but anyway, so if you've got a business name out there and you're local and, and you've got a generic keyword, it's Google doesn't like that these days. You have to really prove. You have to prove your trust and credibility and your expertise. And if you're new, you've got a long ways to go. And
yeah,
but you can use your profile to do that.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
So,
Awesome.
okay.
Well, thank you so much once again. My name's Jose from Ready to Rank, and this is Alison from Pinpoint Local, and we will sign off for today. And until next time, we will meet and discuss our next topic. Thanks, Alison.
Right, yeah.
Take your
Cheers.
time.
Bye.
See you later.